If there's any badge that signifies discreet all-weather performance, it's the littles found on the back of performance Audis like this new Audi S4. Whether on an S1 or an S8, it guarantees a strong engine and Velcro-like traction wrapped in a package that will fly under the radar of all but the most hardened car nut. One of the longest-serving members of the S dynasty is the S4 saloon, which, apart from a brief dalliance with the Bent 8, has always stuck to the tried-and-tested recipe of a boosted engine up front, four-wheel drive and all but the smallest of visual nods to give away what it's capable of. The latest version ditches the supercharged 6 of its predecessor, replacing it with a single-turbo V6 that pushes out a healthy 349 bhp and 368 hb-foot of torque. That might be down on the Mercedes-AMG C43, arguably its closest rival, but it matches its 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 4.7 seconds. As is usually the case, the aluminium-effect door mirrors and quad exhaust pipes are the easiest ways to spot an S4. Inside, you get electrically adjustable Nappa leather sports seats, plenty of S badging and navigation plus. It might not look that different to an S-line-equipped diesel A4 on the outside, but you certainly know you're in an S4 when the V6 fires with a flourish. Slipping the 8-speed torque converter auto into drive reveals a box that's noticeably smoother than the dual-clutch unit in most other A4s. Continue to drive conservatively and the motor settles into the background, emitting the faintest of 6-pot growls as you cruise down the road. Our test car had adaptive dampers that, even in comfort mode, still had a firm edge, albeit one that very rarely became crashy. Even then, we'd blame the optional 19-in wheels and particularly vicious potholes for this. Even a flattened accelerator pedal, lots of steering lock, ESP off and a wet road fails to unstick the rear end. You certainly feel the back axle helping the car turn, but neutrality is the name of the game, even with the diff and dynamic mode. Try flicking the steering to the same mode, and you get plenty more grippy weighting without any additional feel. At least the suspension remains fairly compliant if a little too firm for your average broken B road. Thankfully there is an individual mode that allows the noisy exhaust, dynamic diff and sporty shifts for the gearbox without the unnecessary steering weight and suspension stiffening. As for the inside, well, it's like pretty much every other A4 out there but with a little bit more sporting garnish. The seats are comfortable yet supportive, the driving position is good and the dashboard remains a triumph of functional design.